Hello student. Welcome again to Quaternary Geology module. Today we are going to focus on Unit 1, which is Introduction to Quaternary Geology and Environment. This unit aims at providing students understanding of quaternary climate change and driving factors. This unit will cover concept of quaternary geology and paleoclimate change, novel approach to study paleoclimate change, and proxies of quaternary period. Quaternary geology is a discipline that deals with the youngest period in the Earth's history of the past 2.6 million years. This period is characterized by major climate fluctuation and transition between glacial and interglacial period. Quaternary period is subdivided into the Pleistocene, which is the Ice Age, and Holocene, which is pleasant warm intervals. So quaternary periods is characterized by a set of large-scale environmental change. That environmental change shaped both landscapes and life on the earth. Another characteristics of quaternary periods is periodic buildup of major continental ice sheet and mountain ice cap in many parts of the world. So you may have a look on project that I'm working on for more detail about paleoclimate change. So let's do one exercises. So go or just work in a group of 5 to answer the question below. You have 2 minutes for preparation, 5 minutes for presentation, and 5 minutes for question answer. So I have here 5 questions. The first question is for group 1, second for group 2, and so on. Question 1. Use global stratigraphic chart to demonstrate the position of quaternary period. Question 2. Differentiate period and epoch. Question 3. Locate quaternary sediments in Rwanda. Question 4. What are the causes of onset of glaciation? Question 5. What are the causes of climate change? So let us move to paleoclimate proxies. Remember that the study of past climates prior to the instrument record is mostly used. So scientists use indirect evidence during past time period to determine the climate at that time period. These climate imprints are referred as proxies. Then here, proxies help scientists to extend the climate record longer than the instrument record, which is shown as temperature anomalies in the figure above. The instrument records only extend back to about 1880. After that, scientists need to use proxies to determine what the climate was like during the past period. You may ask yourself, why study past climate? It is a past. Why is it important to study the past climate? Here there is an answer. It may help us to understand natural climate change. Second, the study of past climates may give us information into future climate scenario. This picture is the slide in this slide represent the current climate regional on a global scale. If climate is always changing, and severe droughts or large storms can have large monetary effects on erosion. So studying the climates help us to understand the effect that humans are having on the current scenario and then predict the future. Then how do scientists study climate? How do scientists study climate? First of all, the scientists may use satellite data to know the past climate. Instrumental proxy record also may be used to study the climate. Those instrumental, for instance, you may say the past ships, you may say artifact, and so on. Then instrumental records, whereby you may use stable isotopes studies to know the past climate. Then after, we may use ancient proxy record, whereby, for instance, tree rings may be used to know the climate episode in the past. Here is climate history. The instrument record extends back about 150 years. Since that time, Earth's temperature has increased 0.7 degrees centigrade. In the past, climates were sometimes much colder than today. At other times, they were much warmer than today. Here is an example of climate proxies, such as tree rings, sediment cores, ice cores, coral reef, stable isotopes, and pollen. So let us go one by one. Let us start on historical records. Weather and climate observation can be found in ships, logs, farmer diaries, newspaper accounts, and other written records. If you have a chance to have these, this one here, such as newspaper of the past or written record, you may be able to know the past climate. If you have a ship's logs, you may have what is the change in temperature based on the logs. Another one, we may use artifact to know the past climate. But for artifact, we need to deal with laboratory test to know the past climate. For sediment core, it is mostly taken the wreck at bottom of wreck, ocean or deep ocean, and then the thickness of different layers may reflect the climate change. In other cases, these layers are composed of organic materials that can be analyzed for another climate proxies, such as pollen and stable isotopes. The pollen here is a part of the plant and it is well preserved. So if you have a chance to have the pollen, you may have information about vegetation dynamics. Then scientists can infer past climates warm or cold based on a distribution or change in the plant species. Then stable isotopes. It is a common used in paleoclimate change, whereby the ratio of heavy and light isotopes are measured, and those ratio is affected by temperature and can be used as a proxy of past climate. These coral reefs also coral are composed of calcium carbonate. If it is a calcium carbonate, so we may extract isotopes of oxygen, and then we may apply some formulas to know the past climate change. Article As snow and ice accumulate in polar glaciers, paleoclimate could accumulate environmental conditions of time of formation. So, using stable isotopes approach for water or air bubble within the ice as record of past atmospheric gases concentration, we may know the past climate. These tree rings, it is a tree rings. So tree growth is influenced by climate. There's a patterns can be seen in the tree rings with it and isotope composition. Trees generally produce one ring each year. Tree ring record can extend back to the last 1,000 years. This means that if a tree rings is older than 1,000 years, so we can't use a tree rings approach as approach of the past climate. The conclusion of all those proxies used together or individually can give us information about climate change in a particular period or region. So it is recommended to use a multiplex analysis to have reliable data. So this is for today. So thank you very much. I wish you all the best, but you have to go online and search for further resources on paleoclimate change and environmental dynamics. This will help you to understand well this particular model. Kindly visit my YouTube channel for more details. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at my shared email. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.